The man who celebrated his 28th birthday this week in Marcus Rashford, Luis. Hansi Flick's definitely getting the best out of this player. It was definitely not Shaka.
Marcelo is back on the pitch, and he's already stirring up controversy. The Real Madrid legend, who suffered plenty at Messi's hands over the years, lashed out at Barcelona on social media after a refereeing controversy. In this video, we'll break down everything that happened, plus the media's reaction to Marcus Rashford's performance after Barcelona's 3-1 win over Elche. Moreno and Luis showed clear admiration for Rashford's performance for Barcelona and made sure to highlight it in their remarks.
Yeah, definitely they have to be happy with what Marcus Rashford has bringing to the team, because no one was expecting something like this. Definitely not me. It was a player who struggled in the last few years to get back to his best, and we found out, thanks also to Rafinha's injury, that Marcus Rashford have a lot to give to Barcelona. His speed, his ability to go on 1v1 situation, his fine way to encounter with the goal, to be linked to the goal. He's a player who is bringing something that Barcelona was missing when you got two wide players who can give you that, beating players, creating opportunities, linking very well. He's also a player who is one of the top assistants in La Liga. It's something that we were not expecting. I'm sure that Hansi Flick is really happy with his performances, how he delivers, and also because he's also working hard on that left side, something that is really needed when you are talking about pressing in the last third of the field.
This is a dream scenario for Marcus Rashford. You never wish anyone to get injured as a player. You never wish any of your fellow players to get injured, but you ask for a chance at a club as big as Barcelona, and that chance comes to you and you're able to deliver, LA.
Well, just think about where Marcus Rashford was this time last year and where his career was going this time last year. And look, I'm sure that Marcus Rashford, when he was in Manchester United, wasn't thinking, you know what I want to do with my life? Aston Villa, this is it. This is where I'm going. Now, this is no disrespect to Aston Villa, but I'm going to suggest that it's not where he saw the trajectory of his career. And I also am certain that he didn't see that from Aston Villa, somehow there was going to be a path to Barcelona. I have mentioned in the past that I think this is the last go around for Marcus Rashford in terms of opportunities at the big time. And it really comes down to him and what he can give this team that is different than what they already have. And to Luis's point, he's doing exactly that. The goal he scores today, the ability to essentially, in a very tight area, able to create enough separation because of the change of pace that he has to then score goals on his own, that means that Barcelona doesn't have to put 50 passes together to create a chance for him. You just change the point of attack, and he himself, because of his skill set, can create an opportunity for himself. And if he is crowded, if he is double teamed, then he can find a pass. Marcus Rashford has been better than expected. He actually has been
Happy birthday, Marcus.
In addition to ESPN praising Marcus Rashford's performance, the Spanish newspaper Marca couldn't resist his brilliance either, writing, "Rashford, persistent and decisive. The forward, on loan from Manchester United, is now an undisputed starter for Barca. Against Elche, he showed tremendous determination and attacking ambition, constantly circling Iñaki Peña's box in search of a goal. At times, he seemed a bit frustrated for not finding the net, but he never gave up. He took 6 shots on target and finally, in the 61st minute, managed to beat the goalkeeper from Alicante. It was Barca's third goal, the one that brought calm to both the scoreboard, 3-1, and the team. He celebrated with pure joy. With that goal, the England international now has 6 goals in total, 2 in La Liga and 4 in the Champions League, joining Ferran Torres and Fermin at the top of Barca's scoring charts. He has also provided 7 assists. No player has been involved in more goals for Barca than the persistent Englishman. After earning his starting spot while waiting for more decisive results, Rashford helped launch counterattacks against Elche's daring tactical setup. He was deeply involved throughout the match, experiencing both highs and lows before sealing the victory with a spectacular goal that showcased his very best qualities. Marcus Rashford is now making the most of every opportunity given to him by Hansi Flick. In every match, if he's not scoring, he's assisting or finding other ways to contribute and help the club compete. Some of the defeats we've suffered came down to injuries, controversial refereeing decisions, like the one against Real Madrid, and of course, a shaky defensive performance in Flick's persistent high-pressing system. Whether it's La Liga or the Champions League, home or away, the Catalan side has conceded goals in 8 straight matches. Flick's men haven't kept a clean sheet since La Liga's 5th round on September 21st against Getafe. But Rashford has always been there, giving his best version of himself. He believes he can still improve and reach his prime to help the club achieve all its goals. He's on the right track and has become a key part of Flick's tactical system. That said, I have to admit, I didn't like seeing Flick substitute him in the 72nd minute. In my opinion, Ferran Torres had completely disappeared in the second half and should have been the one to come off earlier. Still, we have to manage players' workload carefully, and Rashford is another Barcelona star we simply can't afford to see injured. With so many players already in the treatment room, losing him would be a huge blow, so I think Flick was just being cautious by taking him off early. After announcing his retirement, the former Real Madrid fullback surprised everyone by playing 2 matches in the Kings League this week, representing Skull FC. He wanted to prove he still had magic in his feet, but ended up at the center of a massive controversy. In the first match against Rayo Barcelona, everything went smoothly. Skull FC lost, but there were no major incidents. The second game, however, against ex-Bayer team was a completely different story. Marcelo was furious with the refereeing, and what happened next set social media on fire. In his frustration, the star posted a video of the controversial play and wrote on X, "In Barcelona, it's always the same thing. It's been like this for a long time. We're used to it. Do I need to say more?" The post instantly went viral. Within hours, Real Madrid and Barcelona fans were at war online. Some defended Marcelo, while others pointed to Real Madrid's long history of referee favoritism, even bringing up the infamous Negreira case. Meanwhile, Real Madrid defeated Valencia 4-0 at the Bernabeu in a match marked by 2 penalties awarded to Los Blancos. Referees seem to love giving penalties to Real Madrid. Mbappé converted the first, while Vinicius Jr. missed the second, sparking debate over who should be the official penalty taker. With those 2 incidents, Real Madrid now has 6 penalties awarded in 11 La Liga matches, and 9 overall this season, including 3 in the Champions League. Mbappé has taken 7, scoring 6 and missing 1 in the previous Clásico, while Vinicius has taken 2, converting just 1. Marcelo insists that there's always referee bias in Barcelona, but he seems to forget that Real Madrid has been the true king of favorable decisions for decades. No other club in the world has benefited from as many controversial calls as Real Madrid. In the Valencia match, the first penalty was awarded after a corner kick, with VAR intervening to call a supposed handball by César Tárrega, a very soft contact inside the box. The decision sparked major debate in Spain, with many experts questioning the standard. When should a handball really be considered a penalty? For many refereeing analysts, there was no offense at all. Even more controversial, in the same play, Diego Lopez grabbed his own Real Madrid teammate, an action that looked much more like a real foul. In other words, the referee gave a non-existent penalty and ignored the incident that should have actually been reviewed. The controversies surrounding Real Madrid continue. Once again, La Liga witnessed a regrettable episode with officiating favoring Los Blancos. And as if that weren't enough, Real Madrid keeps racking up penalties, further fueling the debate over referee influence. Manolo Lama, a commentator for Cadena Cope, stated, "For me, Mbappé is to blame. I said this last year, Mbappé can't just hand out penalties to Vinicius like they're candy. This isn't school, it's professional football. In my opinion, the coach is at fault. Xabi Alonso should go out there and tell Mbappé, you take the penalties. Maybe Xabi told them, do whatever you want." Mbappé isn't selfish, and Vinicius likes being the star. It's funny that he said Mbappé isn't selfish, but the real point here is to remind Marcelo that Real Madrid has long been the club with the most influence over refereeing decisions. To put things into perspective, while Real Madrid was gifted a free penalty in the opening minutes, which completely threw Valencia off balance, Barcelona ended up being hurt by referee Miguel Sesma Espinosa's decisions in their match against Elche. Despite the win, Barca faced an extremely physical game, and the referee showed little authority on the pitch. His poor positioning and distance from key plays only fueled fans' frustration. Numerous mistakes and a lack of coordination with his assistants prevented him from managing the match effectively, resulting in a flat performance overall. He applied inconsistent criteria and made several poor calls, awarding throw-ins to the wrong team and missing corner kicks, like at the 25-minute mark when both Elche players, Affengruber and Iñaki Peña, touched the ball. He even whistled a throw-in against Barcelona that should have gone in our favour. He also messed up on advantage calls. For example, in the 21st minute, when he stopped a counter-attack from Frenkie de Jong to call an earlier offside, or in the 49th, when he interrupted another Barca breakaway to call a handball on Rafa Mir. He couldn't keep the constant protests under control and rightly booked Nito for holding de Jong. Meanwhile, at the 38-minute mark, he should have shown a yellow card to Affengruber for a rough tackle on Eric Garcia. As for the VAR, run by Pablo González Fuertes, there were no major controversies. It basically went unnoticed. So, Marcelo's comments on social media don't make much sense, especially since the Kings League referee was right not to call a penalty. If you really look at the play, the ball is touched before the contact, and Marcelo clearly takes advantage of the situation to dive and try to fool the referee. For many, Marcelo's statement was just another reflection of the eternal Madrid-Barca rivalry. For others, it was a vent from someone who still feels the fire of the Clásicos. The truth is, Marcelo's return to the pitch has once again divided opinions. All it took was one post. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Marcelo is right when he says that in Barcelona it's always the same thing when it comes to refereeing? And what did you think about the media's reaction to Rashford after the game? Drop your thoughts below. I want to see your take.